Hello everyone, it is AD with Astrology, and I'm going to be doing your pick a card reading, guys. So welcome back to the channel. If you're old, welcome. If you're new, I'm so happy to have you here as we grow and expand, guys. So without any further ado, let's announce this reading. So we are looking into November 2021. This is a timeless reading, so I guess I shouldn't have said that, but we're looking into a November reading. I just so happen to be posting this for November 2021. But whenever this reading finds you, it's for you, okay? So I'm glad that we're here. So guys, please take a moment to meditate, contemplate, hit pause, see what card speaks to your soul so you can get your messages. And I just want to say thank you guys so much for your continued support. I've noticed some newbies and I'm just so grateful for you guys. And I'm extremely grateful for the people who've been here. So again, welcome if you're new and you're new to the channel. Yes, I appreciate you. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And if you've been here and you're a day oneer, then my love is so grateful to you, okay? So let's go ahead and get into your reading, guys, and I will meet you over at your pile. So let's go ahead and move this to the side, move this down, and let's get started, okay? Hello everyone, it is AD with Astrology, and I'm going to be doing your pick a card reading. This is if you picked pile number 1, the Bio Falcon. This card makes an appearance a lot, and I love it because it is a bird card, so it means that something is taking flight or your spirit is longing to take flight. So I do take this as something that is quite encouraging, but of course we will see how it unfolds in the card. So this is a really in-depth look into the month ahead, so I hope that you guys enjoy it. So yeah, I think let's hippity hop into it. Let's not even waste a whole bunch of time because we might be here for a minute, so just strap in, guys. All right, so let's start off with what is going on for our pile 1 people. What is happening in the upcoming month of November? I guess we're in November right now when I'm posting this, but you know, you catch my drift. Please keep in mind, I do subscribe to Vedic, so my placements could be different than yours, but the energy should absolutely read about the same. So again, interesting. Pisces energy, 12th house, escape. What did I say about the bird? So I feel like there's something. I just heard, have I found you, flightless bird? You know, so you might be, you know, feeling like a flightless bird a little bit. You're wanting to escape something, you're wanting to leave something. But I also feel like the bigger thing is like you're ending a cycle. You're closing out something with the 12th house. It's the last sign of the Zodiac, the last house of the house system in the Zodiac. So you are definitely closing out a cycle, and it does hint to a new beginning, but this is the ending part, right? But with endings come beginnings. So let's kind of see what else we're working with in the quads. Libra, I balance. Yeah, I really actually like this combination because whatever's ending, it's for the better. And right now when I'm posting this currently, we are in late Libra season. November Vedic astrology is Libra season, so love to see it here. But Mars is also in Libra. So something is aggressively like taking place. Something is aggressively taking form. So you're going to be taking action. So you might have felt like a flightless bird. You might feel like a flightless bird this month, but whatever's happening this month is actually striking balance and synastry in your progression. So this is a good place to be in. Of course, let's watch it unfold, but this is an interesting combination to start off with. 3rd house messages. Yeah, I really like that. So there might even be communication from spirit coming through very strongly. And when I say that, it could be spirit, like your own intuition, but some of you guys could be hearing voices, biggity voices, you know what I'm saying? Like, especially with 12th house, this tends to deal with, in my opinion, like the ghost realm, the parts that we don't escape. In Buddhist, the hungry ghost, where it's those spirits, can be lost. Just because you're a Pisces does not mean that you are in lost, but there's a etherealness and kind of a non-presentness that exists with Piscean energy. So you could be finding people in your life or partnering up with people who have a lot of Pisces, or you really could be communicating with other spirits. So just be mindful. You know, it is spooky season still, in my humble opinion. I think spooky season lasts until Thanksgiving. So, you know, the veil of that 5D reality versus our 3D reality is very shallow right now. It's very, you can pierce it. So if you notice weird phenomenons and stuff, I think that it's spirit trying to get your attention in new ways, and you might even be discovering like new gifts or new powers. But regardless, strong communication, 2 air qualities here. So I imagine that there could be a lot on your mind about what are your next steps? How are you going to maybe even get out of the situation that you're in? Not even that I feel like the situation is good or bad, but you're wanting to move forward with something, but something has to end in order for you to do that. So it seems like your mind is going to be preoccupied with that. Wow, Scorpio, transform. Speaking of endings, speaking of the devil, you know. So I really do feel like this is a very powerful energy. And it's funny because in Western astrology, we are in Scorpio season. So you definitely are in the mix of just getting like, again, ending to begin again, reset. So this month feels like it's going to be very much spiritual, and kind of, it's weird because it's not isolated because these are 2 very social cards, but these are really deep introspection cards. So you might find yourself this month in situations where you're like surrounded by people, but you're in your own world, you know. Pretty interesting. Of course, I can't wait to get into the cards and see what they say. But yeah, 2nd house owning. So and we got Jupiter abundance benefits at the bottom, more Pisces energy, Sagittarius energy. So this is it's a good month. I think some of you might have Libra in the 2nd house. So there could be like focus in like your home or going back home, something of that nature, balance being brought in the home, but something could definitely change in like your living situation, or something could change in your like communication patterns. So this month seems like it has to do with things that are happening around you, not necessarily to you, but of course we'll get more in depth as we look into your cards. But that's kind of what I'm sensing with the astrology cards right now. And then we got more like Taurus. Yeah, so Taurus, Scorpio. So I do imagine that there's like a balance. I think a good balance being struck between your external world and your internal world. Taurus is external, Scorpio's internal. So there's something definitely changing. This seems like a really interesting kind of busy month, but not in traditional busy terms, if that makes sense. Let's look in the cards, okay? So we got the Knight of Wands, the 10 of Swords, and the Queen of Cups represented here. Very strong start. Again, just highlighting the endings to begin. So you know, pile 1, this upcoming month for you is going to be pretty interesting emotionally. There might be things like you might, you know, have, I don't want to even say extreme highs or extreme lows, but I feel like the days are going to be different for how you're feeling. I do want to go ahead and get into this next row because I find it really interesting. Actually, I'm just going to go ahead and pull it. Normally I try to do row by row, but the way that your cards are set up, I need to see the whole picture. So we got 2 7s here. So lucky number 7. So I do think that you're waiting for something to come through. I do feel like there's something extremely stagnant about this month, but also, again, really fruitful and really exciting. It's very weird. I'm curious to see if you remember. Please flag this reading and come back and kind of tell me what this is, because there's so much happening, but yet nothing's happening at all is what I'm, especially with the 7 of Cups. It's like things are up in the air. Things haven't really taken flight yet. You're ending 2 cycles here. We got the 10 of Swords to the 10 of Pentacles, that 2nd house owning. So I do feel like money's coming in, more Taurus, Capricorn energy, Scorpio again. So just a lot of pulling energies, but it feels like it's going to come together in due time. But again, major transformations that are happening. There is an ending here. Perhaps some of you guys, and I couldn't help but see, there's temptation coming in this month. It feels very sexual, especially with the Knight of Wands, the Devil, and the Scorpio cards. It feels very sexual. So there could be like a sexual building, you know, tension building this month is kind of what I'm getting. But I don't know if I think that it's gonna depend on where you are in your journey. Because some of you might oblige, but some of you feel like something that you've been taught as a child, your foundation is being challenged. So it could be something, I'm using this as an example because it's kind of screaming out at me. Like, let's say that you were waiting to do the do until you were married, but you end up meeting somebody this month who really, you know, sparks your curiosity, and you're like, I don't know. You know, it feels like that, you know, and it could be something, I mean, I could go into other examples. Sex is coming out. It could be, you know, drugs, alcohol, anything of that nature. But I feel like you're breaking out of the pattern, or you're thinking about it. I don't know if you do. Some of you, again, with that 12th house, this might all be in fantasy, but I think that this fantasy that you have is very much real this month. And so you're going to be like, dang it, am I going to do it? Am I going to release? Am I going to try it? Like, I feel like you're really going to be struggling this month to like maybe or maybe not do something that you would or wouldn't do in your past, something that maybe your parents could be against. It could be something simple as getting a tattoo, guys, you know, like it's anything like that. But I'm certainly feeling that there is going to be a change. For a lot of you, especially with this, the Knight of Wands, the Seven of Cups, and the Seven of Pentacles, the only real advice that I can give, because it's going to depend, some of you are going to take the lunge, others of you are not, but I don't think that this is going to be the month to do it. I think that you should hold off, and I think that you should wait and see the picture fully, because I see whoever it is that's coming towards you this month, whatever temptations are coming towards you this month, you know, it's very strong, but I don't know if it's going to be super long term, especially with the Ten of Swords here. So if you're a more sensitive person and you know that you can get wrapped up in situations and people, your emotions get wrapped up into things very easily, then be mindful of that. You know what I'm saying? Be mindful, take care of yourself, especially with the Queen of Cups. I do feel like there is a need to protect yourself. Not because this person is dangerous, but, you know, your feelings get wrapped up in stuff all the time. So just make sure that whenever you do make this decision to give into this temptation or to not give into this temptation, make sure that you are protecting your feelings, okay? Because I do feel like there's an in and outness, but it does seem like there's a lot of flirtation. It does seem like people are really going to be, you know, multiple options are going to be coming towards you. But my advice to you would to really be to kind of wait and stand on your principles for right now. But again, hey, at principles, you know, sometimes. So it just depends on where you are, guys. But yeah, I just feel like the Devil, the Ten of Swords, there's a strong temptation. But if you stand strong, and it could be for some of you guys, if it's not sexual, I'm trying to leave it as open as possible. But like, it could be, you know, a get rich quick scheme. Like, it could be something like that. But I feel like hold your ground. Hold your ground this month. Something is going to come through and pay off. I mean, I see a lot of abundance. We got second house owning. This is gorgeous energy as far as like just being strong and waiting for something to come through. I feel like don't take the shortcut. That's kind of the advice. Don't take the shortcut. Don't rush it. There's going to be something, again, very tempting that's going to come through. I think that you're really going to want to do it. It's going to be very, very strong, but don't rush the process. Take the time. Don't cut corners. And again, that could be building a relationship, building a work relationship, building a business, any of those things. Again, I feel like for some of you, it's going to be work related. For others of you, it's going to be based on the senses. Regardless, this has to do with like your sensual pleasures, your outside pleasures and your internal. So some of you might be dealing with a bad boy, really tempting boy or gal that you're like kind of interested in. And there's a get rich quick scheme. And you're just like, oh, I don't know, you know, with the Seven of Cups. Like, I feel like there's a lot. But this is not the month to commit to anything, I really feel. Yeah, I wouldn't commit to anything, either or. I would just be patient, especially with all this Taurus energy represented here, the Seven of Pentacles. I wouldn't rush into anything. Knight of Wands, Queen of Cups, Death, the Ten of Pentacles. Things are certainly changing, but you're going to have to wait to see the effect. And I do think that regardless if it's a sexual offer or a business offer, there's going to be other business offers and things that come in that'll be more fruitful. There's just a level of patience. But if you decide to take, you know, this early bird exit, then that's up to you. There's nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, we all have free will. I'm just looking at the cards from here, you know. We all have free will, so do what you want. That's how I feel about it, you know. But yeah, let's look into the Lenormand side. And so we're going to be looking at your heart, mind, and action. So here in your heart, we have the Whips, Anchor, and the Fox. Yeah. So just with the anchor here, again, this is giving me that Taurus energy, that Hierophant, where you're definitely locked into something. But there's a temptation here with this fox. It's pretty lighthearted, guys. Like, I don't want to make this seem like it's something like, oh gosh, you know, it could be something like that. Like I said, if you're dealing with, you know, you haven't had sex in a long time or you've never had sex, then that could be something cherished. But for the most part, it's something that's just like you can kind of get into it. But I do feel like your heart is very conflicted about how to move forward with the whip to the fox here. So it does feel like, you know, your heart is going to be in two separate places. Like, again, do I just give in to the temptation or do I not? Like I said, my advice, wait. Your actions, free will. So you're going to be having that conversation with yourself, you know, but I do kind of enjoy this fox energy because it does give me like a little slyness, a little tongue in cheek. And, you know, for somewhat, you know, these are very secretive energies too. So this could be a, you know, seek advice if you want to seek advice, but be, you know, smart about it. Like, if you know that you're going to have certain people who are going to suggest certain things and that's not the advice that you want right now, well, then don't let that confuse you, because I think your heart is already confused enough. But yeah, that's what I'm getting is your heart, your mind, choices. What did we say? Key, opportunity coming in, and Rider. Look at that. Like, there certainly is an opportunity to go in a different direction. And it's going to come in. You know, I think this is playing out a majority of this month, to be honest. So I really get a strong energy here with the key, and the heart of this entire spread is just like, there's an opportunity here. Whether you take it or not is up to you, but there's certainly going to be an invitation, a message, and something going to be like, hey, want to make some money? Hey, you know what I'm saying? So the choice is yours. The choice is really yours. But I certainly would not be surprised if there was invitations, social invitations and stuff that come in. Like kind of we talked about before at the very beginning with the Libras, Scorpio. It's just like that this involves people, but it's about you. You know what I'm saying? Like there's other people involved in this, but it really boils down to what you want and your own personal decisions and all that good stuff. And so now we're going to look at your actions, house, ship, yeah, and man. So for sure, I just feel like looking at this in spread in its entirety, how we're looking on the screen, looking at this spread in this entirety, it just feels like there's definitely an invitation to go to some man or woman's house, the opposite gender. This is a neutral card. But like I said, this man is certainly coming in with sly intentions. I don't know how long this person will be willing to stick around, if that's kind of what I'm hinting at. But the option is certainly going to be presented towards you. I do feel like there's going to be movement. What did I mention too about the house, the home? So you could be moving homes, transitioning homes, going to a new home. I really do sense that too, especially the house key, fox. Like some of you guys with fox, it could be work, a new working home, a new office environment. But there's definitely options that you have coming in to move forward. But with this anchor being here still, I don't feel like much action is going to be happening. It is and it isn't. Like, it's very Seven of Cups. It's like options are coming in. Things can happen. You can go in a new direction, but it's really mostly food for thought, you know? I don't know how much you're going to be taking action, especially ending on that Seven of Pentacles earlier. But yeah, I definitely see whatever opposite gender man for the sake of this card, but there's going to be like a very conflicting invitation, open invitation, and you're going to, you know, decide what you want to do or what you don't want to do or what's going to happen or what's not going to happen. The ball is truly in your court, my pile number one people. So a lot happening, a lot of opportunities that are bringing in confusion, but I think that you'll be able to navigate it. Like I said, this feels like it's a new chapter. It's definitely a switch in the cycle, but you know, you're not gonna die either way. Whatever decision you make, it's for you. I can't express that enough. But just be mindful of your feelings, because I can already see that whoever is coming in, business, relationship, they're coming in with some trickery. So you got to be mindful of that. You know, not everybody wants to deal with that. This is the devil energy, the Scorpio energy. We got a lot happening here, but the pressure will be very real. All right, so let's go ahead and move into your oracles. New life. So I do feel like you're definitely unhatching out of your egg. And like I was stating earlier, this does feel like a change, or you breaking out of your house traditions, breaking out from your family traditions, especially with the Hierophant, Taurus house, second house energy. Very Venetian. So there is something very partnership oriented about this reading, about this part in your life, about this chapter. But I do feel like you're just stretching your arms. You're getting to know yourself. It's like you're a bird that just got your wings. So you're exploring, wow, back to the bird, period. So you are spreading your wings and you are learning how to fly. And of course, there's going to be things to navigate that you haven't been able to navigate, because you're flying the coop. You're breaking out of the nest, to be honest. Or you've just changed. You want to do different things. You want to explore, you want to have fun, you want to, you know, challenge yourself. All I think is Spirit is just saying, like, yes, you have all these beautiful opportunities with the Death card, this ending, this newness, but just don't go buck wild is really how I feel. Like, don't go buck wild. You can take your time and ease into it, but certainly spread your wings and have fun. We have 3, 9. What does that get us to? 12, 3 again. So again, about that community and meeting new people and organizing yourself, new organizations in that way, leaving your comfort zone, house shit, you know, leaving your comfort zone to explore this new relationship, but also still being strong in yourself, because you have a level of discernment. So a lot happening, a lot coming at you this month, but it's going to be very subtle. It's very subtle. Be bold and make the first move. So I really like this Aries energy, this cardinal moon. You gotta have fun. Like, I feel like you're pushing your boundaries, you're pushing your limits, but you don't have to push it all the way. That's just what I want to stress. But there is a boldness. I feel like you're coming into a new version of yourself, a new chapter of yourself, one who is open for life, ready for life, excited about certain things. Like, you're just curious. There's a lot of curiosity here to break out of old patterns. But again, it's just conflicting because it's new. But I do feel like you should be bold. I don't feel like you should just hold yourself up, you know, and stay indoors and just, you know, be scared or fearful in any way. No, I think you should explore. Absolutely. Spread your wings. Learn how to fly. Just be mindful about the territory you're going in. Let go. And I think that this speaks to let go of any expectations that you have and just be free. Find freedom in this new release. Find freedom in this new life, in this new version. It's just kind of like you get a hard reset to start all over again. I just heard, Mama, I'm a big girl now. Mama, I'm a big girl now. So, excuse me, you're starting to build your own relationship with yourself in the world, and I think that that's more than accepted and super exciting, guys. So have fun. So you got 2. So we got Her Eye Ever Open, Goddess Tara, and Tibetan Quartz. And so I really do feel like this is speaking to, you know, discernment, like we were talking about. The only thing I'm honestly not surprised to see here is the Queen of Swords. So you might have Gemini, Aquarius, Libra energy, or you might have Virgo energy, but I'm really getting strong Queen of Swords and discernment. So just keep your eyes open, keep your eyes peeled. You know, there is a wolf in sheep's clothing, but I do think that you can learn from that wolf for what it's worth, you know. So just be mindful, be present, be aware, but have fun and explore, okay? And we got Heavenly Mercy. So just remember that no matter where you come from, especially if you have come from a very specific religious upbringing, or, you know, you had a pretty strict childhood, the one thing that Spirit does preach, and God in particular does preach, and if you're Christian, it is mercy. It is forgiveness. So that's why I'm kind of imagining that there's a lot of temptation that's coming in towards you, and it's a part of life. You have to be tempted. And so whether you end up giving into those temptations or you don't, you know, you have God's grace, you have God's mercy. So feel free to explore. We were meant to. We're children, you know, in the way. parents understand when we get, you know, too big for our britches at times, and there is a level of forgiveness. So just be mindful of that. Forgive yourself. You know, these things are tempting. You can't turn it off, especially when it comes to those really primitive desires, such as sexual needs and all that other stuff. It's a part of life, you know. We're biological. We're really meant to procreate. So don't go beating yourself up because you are tempted. But again, be mindful. It's okay to flirt. It's okay to do what you got to do, but make sure that, you know, you're doing it with the right person, I would say. And then last but not least, we got the beautiful animal card, Moose Wisdom. Let your head and mind reach to the stars, yet keep your feet grounded on the earth. Listen to the ancient wisdom in your soul. The ancestors speak through you. You know much. So I really love this. This is a perfect period to this reading. Because this is still very much the Seven of Cups. Let your head and mind reach to the stars. So I do feel like you should give yourself freedom to fantasize, especially with that 12th house. And it is arguable that the 12th house does deal with like sexual relations and matters of that way. So I do feel like there's going to be fantasies. You might find yourself having dreams, you know, just a yearning for that type of connection and that type of intimacy. That is totally okay. Like I said, Mars is in Libra right now. So you might find yourself lusting after a relationship and it might come on like very hot. You know, you're just like, oh my gosh, why do I feel like this? I think it's just time for you to like explore that version of yourself. But at the same time, listen to the ancient wisdom in your soul and keep your feet grounded onto the earth. That is her eyes open. Have fantasies. You can dream all you want, but make sure that you're keeping reality at the forefront of your decision making. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's okay. And I do think you know much. I do think that we touched on that earlier, where like you could definitely be receiving downloads. You could be receiving a lot of signs this month about what to do, how to move forward. But yeah, I would say the theme for this month definitely is giving me like temptation vibes. So I'm gonna have to give y'all the devil emoji. So if this makes sense or resonates, guys, please in the comment section drop a little devil emoji, little devil horns, because like I just feel like you're getting into some shiz. You understand what I'm saying? Like there's potential here to get into some trouble, break away. Like, mama, I'm a big girl now. Daddy, I'm a big boy now. Like, I'm pulling up my britches. I'm about to go figure some stuff out. So I really do feel like be open to exploring. You're growing. You're definitely ending like this incubation period, but just make sure that you're doing it in the right and in the safest way possible, not only health-wise, but for your heart, you know, for your spirit. So yeah, drop a little devil emoji for me, pile 1 in the comment section. But that is absolutely what I got for you. My pile number 1 people, thank you so much for joining me. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Follow me on TikTok and Instagram. And if you'd like to book a personal reading with me, you can shoot me an email. I will get back to those emails if I haven't already. But yeah, this is absolutely what I got for you guys. Thank you so much for your support, guys. Peace. And until next time, happy November. Happy November. Period. Okay. Nice. How are we on time? Cool. I actually thought that was going to be longer, so not bad. All right, so let's move into pile number 2. Crystal Conclave. All right. Hello, it is AD with Astrology, and I'm going to be doing your pick a card reading, guys. Welcome back to the channel. If you're old, welcome if you're new. We're so happy to have you here if you grow and as we grow and expand. But this is if you picked pile number 2. We are looking at the Crystal Conclave, and I really like this card. I love all the Yu-Gi-Oh cards that are this beautiful like magenta color. It really speaks to my spirit. So this is a really exciting reading, and I was drawn to like kind of like this Pegasus unicorn character in the beginning. So again, kind of like pile 1, I do feel like you're taking flight, but in this state, in this card, it does feel like there's a little mysticalness about it, a little magicalness that comes in this month for November for you. So let's go ahead and look into it. You know, this is a timeless reading, so whenever this reading finds you, that is when it is for you. But we are currently looking at 2021 when I'm posting this reading, just so you know. We are going to start off with astrology cards. Please keep in mind that I do subscribe to Vedic, so my placements could be different than yours, but the energy should absolutely read about the same. So let's go ahead and get into the month of November for my pile number 2 people. All right, we got 2 cards. Pisces, I believe Wow, pile 1 literally had 12th house Pisces right here. So really funny to have the kind of the same card come out in the same position. And of course, I was always talking about escape, but this is I believe. So your intuition is going to be very strong this month. And so pay attention to it. Let's see what the next card is. Oh, Leo, I will. Ooh. This feels very, again, magical, creative, very creative with Pisces and Leo. Pile number 2, I feel like if you're a creative or you're an artistic person, this is going to be a really productive month for you to start executing. The one thing that I will say is Pisces is a very passive energy. It's feminine, where Leo is an extremely masculine energy. It's movement. I want to say, yeah. Leo's masculine, so it's all about taking action. So I feel like you're doing a delicate balance between that femininity in you, regardless of gender, that kind of is more on the passive side, who just wants to kind of go along to get along, you know, fish or swimming upstream, downstream, versus the Leo side, or the more aggressive, passionate fire side that really wants to get things moving, really wants to kind of scorch the earth and just power through it. So I do imagine that this month you could be asked to step up in a leadership position in some kind of way, but you might not feel exactly prepared, or that might not be where you naturally serve, particularly if you have a lot of Piscean energy. Or you could always be constantly doing this dance if you have Leo, Pisces, or fire-water combination in any way. So that is kind of what I'm getting, guys. So let's go ahead and look into it. 8th house beginning, so freaking similar to pile 1. So you might want to watch pile 1, but depending on how this video shapes. But if you're called to pile 1, watch it. Very similar. There's endings here for sure. Endings, but endings that lead to beginnings. I feel like something that you felt was kind of a pipe dream is actually going to be happening. You're going to be seeing things unfold, and it's because of your hard work, strong will, and determination. But I do think with the 8th house here, we're dealing with that internal version. Like there's a strong emphasis on looking at yourself internally, especially with this 2 water. So you got to check in with yourself emotionally. But I feel like you're letting go of things emotionally and stepping into a new version of yourself that's more of a leader. Now, I do like the Scorpio and the Leo combination, because that always gives me royalty. We even have the Egyptian mummies here. So there is a royalty to what you're doing. And I think that there's a confidence that you have to have, Leo, I will, this upcoming month, and a stubbornness, 2 fixed energies about really executing this kind of idea or this gift that you have from that spirit realm, you know, to be honest, with the Pisces. We even have moon soul. So more water energy, a lot of water. So we have Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio coming through here. So you could kind of be a combination of any of these signs or none. You know, we're just talking about energies at this point. But, you know, I really do feel that your soul is... I think it's actually refreshing. Of course, we'll look into the rest of the cards, but I feel like your soul is kind of letting go of some baggage or some things that it's held on to, and it's seeing a through line. I think things are starting to snap into place, and things are making more sense. I honestly want to say that this is really focusing on beginnings. I think the endings have happened. They probably happened throughout this year, but this month for you, pile 2, feels like a new beginning, a fresh start. And then 11th house friends. So definitely social things happening. We're dealing with the higher levels of the chart, the second half of the chart. So the 7th house up, 11th house, 12th house, 8th house. So there's something very spiritual about this month that's happening. And I do think that it's wish fulfillment with the 11th house. The 11th house is also the house of gains. So there is a lot of wish fulfillment that's coming in. And this could deal with other people, friendships, social networks. You could end up picking up, you know, an audience over technology, Instagram, YouTube, any of social media. But yeah, very interesting start. Very, very interesting start. You have 3 fixed energies here. So I think that your decision is kind of made about what you want to do, how you want to move forward with this new beginning. But at the same time, I get this energy here that like your emotions could fluctuate. And then here we go with the opposites. I didn't even pick up on that. So there is like a me versus them, or a you molding into them with the Leo versus Aquarius kind of energy. So let's go ahead and move into the cards and see what we're looking at. I'm very curious. This is an interesting start. So we're starting off with the Judgment card here. So I do think that things are being made clear is really what you see. I just heard, I can see clearly now the rain is gone. I really do feel like you see things very clearly, and excuse me, you're hearing the call. You're so in tune with your emotions. You're so ready to kind of see what the next chapter brings, even though I don't think that you know yet. But I do want to confirm that there is wish fulfillment here. There is gain. So the Ace of Pentacles, and we have the Lovers. So a lot of you guys could be revealed on very simple 3D terms. There could be a job opportunity that comes in, a school work opportunity that comes in, and you could be faced with a decision, a choice. But I do think that this month things are going to be revealed about how you want to move forward. I really like this energy, actually. But doors are going to be opening up with the Lovers to the Judgment card. I really do feel like things are going to be coming into play. You're going to be able to see the full picture. You have this lion here, even more Leo energy to the eagle. And the eagle was a part of the Zodiac before. I don't want to lie. So I'm not going to say it. But it represents another fixed energy. I know that for sure. So there's a level of determination here. And so when this option and this opportunity comes to you, I'm really hearing to stick to your plan, stick to your original plan, stick to your guts, or just really follow your intuition on it, you know, feel it out. So then we move to the Princess of Swords, the Prince of Cups, interesting, and the Ten of Swords, yeah. So at the same time, I do feel like if there's any ending that takes place, it feels like there's an ending with a certain like romantic someone or a partner or somebody who has tried to make themselves available. I do feel like if you've ended a relationship, or if you've thought about ending a relationship, or you're in the process of ending a relationship, this person still feels very connected to you. I would say with the Princess of Swords to the Prince of Cups, this person definitely like spies on you, or they have in the past, but I feel like it's ending. I feel like this Lovers to the Ten of Swords, like something is ending, but there's also a new beginning. Endings and beginnings is the theme. Or this could have happened in the recent past, you know, I don't know. I feel like this might have already happened, especially with the Ten of Swords. I really feel like in November, you're kind of fresh, like you're like a newborn. Yeah, that's what I'm getting at this point in time. So let's move into the next thing. Yeah, the Nine of Swords, the Judgment, the Princess of Swords to the Nine of Swords. So we're kind of going into that energy where I said, like, you can see clearly now the rain is gone. I think that you can see certain patterns and really maybe even as deep as it gets, you know, codependency patterns that have been shown to you, and things that you're like, I don't want to bring those into this next phase with me. They've been brought to my attention. I want to end them. So I really do see like this is like a pivot. This is definitely a change. It's internal, but there's a change on how you're moving forward emotionally and mentally, dealing with a specific someone or dealing with relationships in the past. You're really, again, looking at yourself, your choices very acutely to see what it is that you want, so you can put that into the universe and manifest it. More Leo energy with the Strength card here, and then we have the Wheel of Fortune. So I do imagine that there's going to be significant changes that happen, but I definitely feel like you're having to walk away from something, or you already walked away from something in order to let something new come into your life. I really like the Lovers, the Ten of Swords, the Wheel of Fortune, because it just shows that this month there is going to be doors that open and opportunities that come in, but it's happened after an ending. I do think that this has taken a lot of strength, a lot of courage in order for you to navigate through this, my pile number 2 people. And so I feel like you've been very ferocious, you know, as far as like getting what you want or moving forward. I'm honestly seeing, so like for you, if this is resonating, if this is sent home, then drop a lion for me in the comment section, because I just feel like very passionate. I feel like you're really taking ownership, and this isn't, and even if you have a softer personality, even if you are a Pisces or you are a Cancer or a water sign or any of that stuff, there's air. I definitely sense some air, Gemini, but regardless, I feel like you're really embracing the energy of the sun. You're embracing your ego for what it's worth in a new way. And I think you're learning how to use it, and you're following that intuition. You're following your own guidance and that kind of empathetic nature that you have in order to reach a point of stability. And I just want to congratulate you with Pile 2, because I feel like this has certainly been a journey. And again, the wheel is starting to turn in your favor. This has not been like an up and down thing. This hasn't been like an overnight thing. You've genuinely had to put in work. And I feel like you've studied yourself. But I do want to say that there does seem to be new opportunities that coming in, particularly if you've lost a job or you've lost something, you've lost a relationship, you've been strong, you remain faithful, you kept your eye on the prize, bingo, the Ace of Pentacles. So this month, I do feel like you will be hearing from you will be getting a job offer of some sort. But the reason why you were kind of forced into this period of uncomfortability, I really want to say with the Nine of Swords here, was to get you to change your perspective and to force you. I'm kind of getting like the Five of Cups energy. Spirit, you looked at what you lost, but Spirit actually put you in a position to see how much you've gained and how much you're actually able to gain. But there were things in the way that you certainly had to let go. But I think you see that. I think you know that. And I think that whatever it was that ended this this connection, this relationship, this job, whatever it was this ended, you're seeing why it had to happen. And it really is truly to help you grow and to help you develop. So really strong, powerful kind of month, but I do feel like it's going to be pretty magical. Like, I don't want to focus on the heavy stuff, because I honestly feel like you've gone through a lot of the heavy stuff. I feel like that was last month. For some of you, there's still remnants of it, but by the end of this month, I think that you're going to see the change. And it could be something where like you get a job offer, but you don't end up starting it until next year, you know? But you finally like see the change. You see what it was worth. You see the opportunities that are coming in. And there's certainly opportunities that are coming in after kind of an ending that wasn't in your control, that probably caused some stress. But that's okay. You're cooking with grease, Pile number 2. So that's what I get for the tarot. So let's go ahead and move into the Lenormand portion. So we're going to be looking at your heart, mind, and your actions for this month. So let's dig into it. So heart, work. Definitely work. I feel like your brain is very much focused on another job, and I do see that coming through, another job opportunity that you're really gonna love. That's the thing too. I feel like whatever it is that was lost, it's forcing you into a new position, a new opening that you're really going to adore. So that's kind of where your heart is, and I like this energy for your heart because it does feel like this is just a new opportunity. Again, when we spoke to the Ace of Pentacles to the lovers, you are feeling open. Your heart's open now. And I don't think that it was before. And I think that it's taken a lot of courage for you to even open your heart in the way that it is, to even be excited about something again. But I feel like your heart is a flutter. Like I said, this was kind of a heavy-ish reading, but I really feel like November is going to be pretty bright and optimistic, and maybe you haven't felt that way in a long time. Your heart just feels like it's going to be breaking loose. It might not be like that today when this reading finds you, but certainly by the end of the month, I really just feel like that is going to change with the Wheel of Fortune. So beautiful energy. So now let's look into your mind. Oh man, yeah, we got the dog. Yes, 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 yes. Dog, son, and child. So a new beginning, a brand spanking new opportunity that you're going to love. This is going to be whatever you end up stepping into, this new job, this new work opportunity, this feels long term. This is something that is worth investing in. I do feel like there's a new friendship, you know, on the horizon too, with these cards kind of bouncing off of each other. And I just feel, Pile number 2, you're going to be super excited. Some of you guys might actually be thinking about getting a dog. I just heard too. So really good energy, really good vibes. Your mind is free. Your mind is open. Your mind is excited about the new beginnings, very curious about what's coming in for you. And I do see opportunities for a new friendship, particularly if you're in a new working environment. I see you end up clicking with somebody who's going to be really long term. I love this energy for you, Pile number 2. Magical month, okay? So let's look into the last reading. So these are your actions. So we got the birds here, the moon, and the anchor. So yeah, I just feel like you're able to lock it in. You're going to be locked in. this month, to a new job, a new assignment, something. This is closing of a cycle, especially ending on the Wheel of Fortune. Things are going to be illuminated. I'm also feeling too with this bird moon combination. Oh, we even have the moon and the sun and the, oh my gosh, we have the sun, the moon, and the heart card. We got the lovers. And even here we have friendship, loyalty. So some of you guys, not that that's the main focus. I don't even think that you'll recognize it this month, but there's a new beginning here. This could be the start of something new. It feels so right to be here with you. Oh, I just feel like on some real shiz, like I feel like you're gonna meet somebody who's gonna end up being a really close friend. I don't know if you're gonna notice it right off the rip. Some of you will, most of you won't, but there's gonna be like a subtle new beginning, and this could definitely be soulmate energy. Even with the birds here, you could be meeting like a romantic soulmate or like a friend soulmate, a soul tribe soulmate, and I think that is so welcome. That is so open, and you're going to be in a really great space. And I just want to, again, pat you on the back, my pile number 2 people, because I don't think that this has been an easy journey. But it does feel like November at this point in time feels like it's going to actually be the release of all of these painful cycles that you've gone through. I feel like it's going to be worth it. The people that you encounter this month and next month are going to be a part of your life and fixtures. These are things that you can trust, because I'm reading this fox energy as definitely a as a friendly energy. I will say, just because it's here in this line, to be mindful of gossip, be mindful of what you say to certain people and what people say to you. Keep in mind, I feel like Spirit is saying be kind of diligent, especially if you're navigating a new work circle. It's just like not everybody's going to be your friend. So definitely use your intuition with that. But you are going to find some really great friends. You're going to find some really great people. Yeah, and anything, if there was any friends or people who were talking ill of you, that'll be illuminated. So there's going to be so much illumination this month for you in November. New job, new friend opportunities, new soulmate opportunities, be it romantic or friendship. I just feel like it's very much new. So this is certainly a release. I feel so warm about your reading. This is very exciting. So congratulations, pile number 2, because I think that this has certainly been a long time coming for sure. So let's move into your oracle cards. Soulmate, right off the rip. What did I say? And then we even have another image of a key. So something is certainly going to be unlocked. I don't want to tie this to being romantic or to being friendly, especially with the dog and heart here. This tends to mean friend, but it can mean long-term soulmate. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to specify what kind of soulmate it's going to be, but it's the right person at the right time. And even with the 11th house, we had friends. So I just feel like this is a magnificent month for friends, whether you recognize it or not. You're going to be meeting people who end up playing into your life long term. And it's going to be a real pivotal change. You're going to be like, man, when I met you, my life changed. And they're going to be like, when I met you, my life changed. So I do feel like somebody's going to be able to unlock certain parts of you that you weren't expecting. But I love this. 4 to 1, that gets you to 5. So major changes when it comes to your friendships and your circles. But be comfortable in that, pile 2. You deserve it. This is a really exciting month. Make sure that your heart is open. Make sure that your heart chakra is open and ready to receive, because I think that you have so much abundance and lovely things coming towards you. A personal issue reaches a resolution. Yes, so we got that Cancer energy again with that moon soul. So I do think that you are sensitive. And I do think that you've been hurt in the past. I do think that you've been taken advantage of in the past. Of course, who hasn't? But I feel like, again, you're just closing that cycle. And any of the issues that you've had in the past, you're able to walk away from them. You see why everything had to happen. I just imagine that there's an abundance of clarity coming for you in this November, where you're like, I didn't get it then, but I get it now. And I'm happy that everything happened. And I'm happy that I'm in this position. I'm happy that I met this person. I'm happy that I'm meeting these friends. I'm happy. I haven't said that in a long time, but I feel like you're just like, I'm going to be happy, leading the end of this year. You're going to be happy to moving into the next part of this next year. You're going to be happy, but there's friendship. And I do want to say too, this friend that you could have, it might not even be somebody brand spanking new. This might be somebody that you've known from childhood, or you've been in each other's life for a long time, but you never connected on that deep of a level until now. I feel like you're also recognizing soulmates. So it depends on how it's going to hit you, but I just got that message. For some of you, this friend that you're meeting, quote unquote, you already know them, but there's like an unlocking because finally you guys are able to see one another for who you are. Others of you, it's a completely new person. So it just depends. If that doesn't make sense, you're like, I don't know anybody from childhood. Others of you, it's a completely new person. But for some of you, again, I don't think that you recognize this person as somebody who's going to be like a fixture in your life, but it's coming through. And maybe they have Cancer energy, you know, maybe they're a Cancer. Who knows? Let's see. So then we move into trust. Yeah, trust the process. Trust that everything is unfolding. Trust spirit, universe. Trust your alignment. Trusting, you know, how everything has been coming together, and just this enlightenment that you have. I do feel like there's awakening of that crown chakra. Again, that lion. Drop a lion in the comment section, guys, because I just feel like you're being crowned with something, crowned with knowledge, crowned with wisdom. That crown chakra certainly seems to be opening up for you in November, and you're going to be able to receive and interpret downloads. I just feel like, yeah, you've done it. You've done it. Congratulations, Pal 2. This is going to be a month that by the end of it, you're going to have a lot to celebrate, and you're going to have people to celebrate with it too. So Angel Bath, Koth, and Aquamarine, Authentic Voice. So this is definitely like an Aquarius card, all this blue energy. So just bringing that home. And I do think that you're being yourself, you know, with the Authentic Voice, the Aquarius energy, especially if you are an Aquarian and you end up meeting like a Leo Cancer person. You know, I feel like you're going to meet a soulmate. Either you guys have a very similar chart or your charts are opposites, and you just balance one another out. Again, we're in Libra season, Vedic wise, so it does make sense to find partnerships, connection. You know, this is cuffing season for what it's worth. We're in Libra season, so this totally makes sense. But I feel like within this social circle that you're building for yourself, you're actually going to feel more at home and more at peace with yourself than you felt in a very long time. So again, this is about connection, meeting other people, branching out. Don't, like I said, new job, just trust the process. Things are falling into place for sure. You just have to continue to be yourself. And then finally, we have your animal card, Ram, perseverance. You have many gifts. No problem can withstand the power of your mind. With patience, you can reach your mountaintop. Never give up, and good luck will follow. And I honestly feel like this is an Aries energy card for me too. So you might have Aries, but even if not, I just feel like you've definitely had to bang your head up against the wall, you know, in order to get a breakthrough. But this is the month of breakthrough. I don't think that you didn't give up. You kept your brain on your shoulders. That's a weird way to word that, but like you kept your head on straight and you kept going and kept going. And so I do think that November for you, my pal number 2 people, is going to be the month of where the good luck is coming in and it all just starts to make sense in alignment. This is a spectacular reading as far as connections and friends, but I do understand the sacrifice of friendships and endings, but this is the new beginning, baby. So please have fun, rush into it, be excited. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I say rush into it with this Aries energy. Just go head first. You don't have to overthink about it. Don't stress yourself. I don't think that the rug is going to be pulled from up under you again. I think that you're in a comfortable space. Long-term energies here. This next job, long-term, at least 5 years. Like, I just feel like you're going to be settled. If you're moving again, there's just a settling. You've been so unsettled. This is where the first month where it's settled, right? And then I feel like by 2022, you're really, or this upcoming year, depending on when this reading finds you, you're really going to be like, wow, I'm ready to go now. Let me out. You know what I'm saying? Off to the races is what I'm getting. So spectacular reading, pal 2, if I do say so myself. I think that this is super exciting. I'm excited to see who Spirit reveals to you as a friend, you know, be it somebody new or somebody from your past. Congratulations, you've done the damn thing. So please drop a lion in the comment section for me. I love that energy for you. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already. Follow me on TikTok and Instagram. And if you'd like to book a personal reading with me, then you can find all that information in the description box below. And yeah, that's all that I got for you. So thank you so much, pal number 2. Congratulations on this really beautiful energy that you're stepping into. I know it's been a long time coming, and you absolutely deserve it. But certainly some friends and support are coming your way to help you continue to evolve and expand. And that's, what more can we do? All right. So that's what I got for you, pile 2. Thank you so much. Peace. Until next time. All righty. And last but not least, more coffee. We're moving into pile number 3. All righty. So hello, pile number 3. It is AD with Astrology, and I'm going to be doing your pick a card reading, guys. Welcome back to the channel. If you're old, welcome. If you are new, we are so happy to have you here as we grow and expand. So let's hop into it. This is your reading for the month of November. I'm currently posting this November 2021, but my readings are timeless. So whenever this finds you is when it's for you. So we are starting off with the Crusadia power. And I love that because of the words crusade. So you're on your own personal crusades. I know that that can evoke emotions that are unpleasant, but I'm just really focusing on like you truly believe in something and you're going towards it, you're fighting for it. So that is very interesting. So let's go ahead and move that to the side, but I really do feel like there's a lot of passion and power. I want to look at this card closely. Yeah, and I also take this too as like your ancestors are really on your side. Every time I see this picture, I just feel like your ancestors are right there with you, backing you up, and they're, you know, instilling you with the strategy, with the game plan. And you just got to go for it, pile number 1. So I'm at pile number 3. Excuse me. They're giving you the layout. And you just, you know, you got to be present. You got to go for that. So that is what I got for you just from that card. So let's go ahead and move into astrology, pile number 3. Please keep in mind I do subscribe to Vedic. So my placements could be a little different than yours. But the energy should absolutely read about the same. So let's look into it. What is going on for our pile number 3 in the month of November? Aries, I am. What I say, you're charging. You believe in something and you're charging towards it. Again, I don't want to evoke violence. I know where people could draw offense to that, but for the sake of astrology and maturity, you know, there's a war present. Like, you're definitely fighting for something against all odds. Like, and you don't care. You're not there to lose. You're in this soldier warrior mode. I'm really getting the Chariot, so we'll see if that makes an appearance. But I just feel with this Aries, with the Crusades, you are just about it. You bout it, and you about to go do it, pile 3. Like, you're just like, I'm doing it. Whatever it is, you're doing it. Or you're very focused and determined to do it. Yeah. Wow. 10th house, the world. So I feel like you're like aggressively trying to establish some sort of legacy. It could be that you're aggressively trying to establish balance in the workspace. You're aggressively charging towards building a status for yourself, but there definitely feels like there's climbing. There's a lot of ambition with this card combination here. We got Capricorn represented with the 10th house. So it just feels like you're definitely working towards something that you want to last. This is not for play. This is like a plan, you know, a strategy. That is going to require a lot of courage and a lot of boldness, right? And then we have Cancer, I feel. Oh, this is so funny. This happened in every pile, where like that fiery energy is there, but then we have like this emotional feeling too. So we have opposites here. So I feel like Spirit is saying that you have to kind of step out of your comfort zone. I don't know why the Cancer is giving me like this moon. I don't know why the Cancer is ruled by moon, but I'm kind of getting like moon in the 10th house. So you might have that placement, but either way, you know, the moon is always in cycles. So I feel like you're headed towards like a full moon in your 10th house. Doesn't mean literally, but it just feels like your 10th house with your status, your structure, whatever it is that you've been working for, your business, entrepreneur, climbing up the ladder. It feels like it's going to be full force, right? So you're going to be in full mode, full exposure. And I also feel like with this, you might feel exposed in a way that you haven't been before, because Cancer is a very shy energy. Obviously, it's the crab. It's in a shell. But I feel like you're actually being called to bust out of your shell and break out of your shell. And it does make you a little uncomfortable, sort of, but like I said, you're very bold and you're very brave. So you're gonna do it anyway, but it feels like you're like, oh, I don't know, you know, a little bit of the heebie-jeebies, but it's okay. Like, I do think that you're gonna end up doing it because you know that it has to be done. Water element sensing, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. So Spirit is definitely asking you to be invested, be involved. This is such a spiritual month, you guys. This water energy has really played out where Spirit is asking you to just believe in the process. It's been represented as Pisces. So you could have Pisces in the 10th. But I just feel like, or just any water sign in the 10th, Cancer in the 10th, whatever. There's something that you do that's emotional, particularly. It could be arts. It could be, I mean, it's probably arts with this combination, or something that deals with emotion, psychology, empathy, any of that healing, like, or healing arts, you know, regular arts, fine arts, or healing arts, that you are really aggressively moving forward this month, or you have a plan to, or you feel like you know what you have to do. So it's interesting. I'm really curious to get into your cards, because this is a pretty funny start. Very layered. Yeah, lunar eclipse. Didn't I say I knew it. The moon is very important here. And then we have Venus love at the bottom of the deck. But there's changes. Like, there's real changes in structure. Pile number 3. And like I said, I do feel like your ancestors and your angels are backing you, but there seems to be a pretty significant change in your relationship to the world, the relationship to the powers that be. It could be your job, your work, or just the world in general. It just it just depends on what you've been manifesting for yourself. Like, if you are somebody who is, you know, a social media person, then you want to be known on a world scale. So that's what's happening. If you're somebody who is climbing the corporate ladder and you're trying to be recognized for the work that you put in, then that's what's coming in for you. But I do feel like you're going to be pushed a little bit out of your comfort zone, but you're ready for it with this Aries. Like, you were born ready for this moment, but it does feel like a change. Or for the most part, what I'm getting is like, you know, the change is coming this month. You're like, I feel it in my bones that what I've been manifesting is really going to happen. And I feel like this month could be in preparation for that change. So we'll see what the cards show before I get into it too deep. Because for something is telling me that, like, it doesn't necessarily change this month, but it is changing, and you certainly feel that. So let's go ahead and move into the tarot and see what we got. So the King of Swords, Aquarius, Capricorn energy represented right here. So yeah, just packing that up. Oh wow, with the Queen of Pentacles. Oh my goodness. And you got the Queen of Cups. So a lot of different players, you know, all these court cards. Let me see. And like, the feminine energies are facing each other. The masculine energy is not. I think I'm going to keep pulling. I think I need to see the whole picture, especially when we deal with court cards. They're not as easy for me to read off the rip. So we got the Nine of Swords. Okay. The Two of Pentacles in the heart of the reading changes, of course. The Ace of Wands. The Blasted Tower. Another person, the King of Pentacles, and the Nine of Pentacles. What? This is really funny, pile 3. Okay, so give me a second to just process what's happening, because there does seem to be like a lot of people coming in that are all players to this, but at the same time, you're sticking to your guns with the Nine of Pentacles here. Virgo energy. We have more Cancer, Gemini represented, and then Capricorn and Sagittarius. Whew. All right. Give me the... Pile 3. Okay, so I'm trying to figure out where to start, to be honest. So I'm going to start with the outer corners, and then we're going to focus in. So King of Swords, Queen of Cups, the Blasted Tower to the Nine of Pentacles. There definitely feels to be like a collision. Like, there definitely seems to be, we have equals amount of kings and queens here. So I imagine that you could be meeting somebody, something tells me, or like you could be having conversations with a certain somebody. And it's very unexpected, but it's just interesting to see the Nine of Pentacles there, because I do feel like you're still very solo and you're still very independent, but there are people who are being brought into your life that could possibly help, but I don't think that you're there yet with the Two of Pentacles. Like, you're on the fence. This feels like a very on the fence kind of month where you're like, nothing's really touching the ground. There's excitement here, but there's also worry. There's like moving forward here, but then there's also wanting to be stable with the King and with the king and queen here. So I really feel like my pile number 3 people, there seems to be a decision. Like you're weighing like the pros and cons. And I don't think that you were expecting this with the Tower here. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and pull some extra cards, to be honest, because these court cards really make a difference. Because it's about people. Like, you know, it just feels like there's other people that are playing a role in this month for you in a pretty significant way that maybe you weren't expecting or something like that. There's quite a few offers that are coming in towards you. I don't know if you have like a specific sexual orientation, my pile 3 people, but a part of me is kind of like a lot of people are sexually drawn to you, men and women. And I feel like, honestly, you're choosing to mind your own business with the 9 of Pentacles here, but I just see it coming up. Like, I don't know. It's pretty interesting. Spirit, what am I not seeing? The Page of Swords. The Queen of Cups again. So oh my gosh, I just heard Drake. I got my eyes on you. You're everything that I see. I want your good love and emotion. Endlessly. Like, oh man, you left your mark on me. Man, that's a bop. That's one of them sleeper Drake bops. Dang, I'm gonna have to look that up. But anyways, it's just hold on, we're going home. And I feel like somebody has their eyes on you for sure, or multiple people have their eyes on you. I don't know if you're necessarily paying attention though, pile 3. Like I said, I feel like you're focused on your business, getting your stuff together. Like you feel like you have options. You're definitely not making any decisions this month, even though people are like deciding to come towards you. Okay, so let's see what we're looking at. I was like, if you watch the other piles and you're like, how did they get extra cards? Because I was a little stumped with these readings, so I had to cheat a little bit. So it's not that I love pile 3 more. This was a very interesting reading. Because it seems to be like there's a lot of people coming in and out of your life this month. Like, it's just like, hey, 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 hi, 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 bye, 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 no, no, no. Why are they here? Who are they talking to me? People from the past, new people from the future. Like, it just feels like a lot. And you're like, oh my gosh. Like I said, you're receiving a lot of attention. Like, your attention is about to change with the world. It's backing that up. Like, yeah, you're about to receive some recognition. Some of you guys, honestly, there could be an opportunity here to travel, to take a trip, to go meet somebody with the 6 of Swords to the Ace of Swords. But I feel like if it's not a physical trip, although it very well could be, although it's not a physical trip, you just have an idea on how you're going to move forward. Pile number 3, like you have a plan, a strategy for moving forward. And I feel like now that you're comfortable in the plan that you have, you've said it, you've written it down, you have your vision board ready for 2022. Like you're there, pile 3. You're like, I know what I'm going to do. Like I get it. As soon as you settle down with that, all these people start swimming around, of course. All these distractions start coming in. And I do feel like they're mostly distractions because of the Blasted Tower to the 9 of Swords. Like, people just want your attention. They're sensing that you're like on a path. So let's keep going. The King of Cups, the 8 of Pentacles, the 5 of Swords, the Hierophant. So I do want to say too, somewhat, it does feel like, and we sense this with the King of Pentacles to the 9 of Swords. I do want to say that there does seem to be a misunderstanding, or like you and a masculine are not on the same page about how something should continue forth. And I do feel like this is work related with the Hierophant and the 8 of Pentacles there. It doesn't necessarily feel super emotional. So this will be somebody that you're working with or you're working on, and you guys have a kind of a different understanding of how things should move forward. So just be mindful of that. Let me see, while I'm kind of on this tangent, let's look to see what is Spirit's advice. Oof. You know, quite literally, Spirit was like, with ever this masculine, if you guys aren't on the same page with somebody, even with that 9 of Pentacles being there, you do what you want. This is about you, the 6 of Wands. You're going to be victorious. So if somebody doesn't understand your vision, then it's okay. Spirit's like, it's okay for them to not get it. It's okay for people to not get it. You might have to, again, leave something behind, but go get what you want. Go follow your calling. This is for you. Again, it's that crusade. It's that war, right? So there's people who are not going to get it. There's people who are not going to feel what you're putting down, pile 3, but Spirit is like, don't care. Keep moving. Charge forth. You have victory ahead of you. And not everybody is going to be able to be on board. So I imagine even with the Ace of Swords, you know, as much as it pains you, because you got the Queen of Cups twice. So you're a very sensitive soul. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, really strong or dominant in your chart. Heavy moon placements, however it is, I do imagine that you have some access to water energy. Or water house placements, and it feels like you're super empathetic, and so you don't like cutting people out, but this is about your wish fulfillment and what you want. We got 2 9s, so even with that Aries here, Spirit is asking you to be a little selfish, still remain compassionate, but give yourself permission to be selfish and kind of do what you want. But I do think that, again, some of you guys are leaving like a cold situation and you're going to go get what you want. That's a through line too. But there could be some miscommunication with the boss, a father figure, your actual father. But I feel like Spirit's like, don't even waste time emotionally with that. Just, you know, keep moving forward. And then, oh my gosh. I promise you I didn't see these. And then finally, guys, the Chariot, the 2 of Cups, the Ace of Wands, the Emperor, and the Justice card. So, like I said at the beginning of this reading, I really do feel like there's a level of you're going to be meeting partnerships this month. You're going to be meeting people with a lot of power with the Emperor here. It does feel like a masculine. Doesn't matter if you're a masculine or feminine. This person is very masculine and dominant. And what do we say? The Chariot. I told you there's a warrior attitude. And as long as you keep your game face on, then I do think that you're going to encounter this person and it's going to strike balance. So there does seem to be like a beginning of a new connection, a new relationship. It could be business or work. So it definitely feels like there's an upgrade here. I know that this sounds really crazy, but it sounds like you might start something with somebody and then you end up meeting somebody who's actually a better fit for that job. And you are like in a situation where like, oh man, I don't want to leave this person out in the cold, but this person is actually the person that I've been looking for. This could be romantic. This could be business-wise. There's so many ways that this can play out, but it does look like this month there's going to be an opportunity to travel, do something new, go in a different direction, fulfill your dreams. A lot of freaking distractions coming in from different people, men, women. Seriously, guys, it's going to be like your phone's going to be, you're receiving a shiz ton of attention this month. It feels like for November. But I do think that you're really going to catch somebody's attention. Somebody is going to have their eye on you and they're going to want to, in my opinion, like swoop you away. I feel like there's a swooping here because this is where we started off, mind you. And I do just want to highlight the power dynamics that are present here somewhat. This person does seem to have more power or more notoriety than you do. So there's definitely a level of, you know, we have a queen. Queen's awesome, great. But then we have the Emperor. So I just feel like this person does have like the ability to kind of swoop you away. So there's a lot of different people playing different roles for you, pile number 3 this month. And even here, the Crusades, I feel like it's a group effort. It's your spiritual team. It's your 3D world. It's merging the two. It's execution, but there's a really strong masculine that's coming your way. You know, I got my eye on you. I want to take you away. I want to travel. Look at this. We got 2 travels, new beginning of a new relationship. And I do think that this relationship, for what it's worth, it's going to be the balance that you want. Like I said, this person that you're encountering, they could have a lot more power, a lot more money, a lot more status than you had in the past, but this is the kind of person that you wanted, if that makes sense. And so in that case, it is going to be balanced because this person matches you, and I do feel like this person is going to support you. Spirit is also saying, again, I just want to show the 9 of Pentacles again to just be like, even though all of this is happening, make sure that you're making the best decisions for you, okay? Even if this person comes in, make sure that you're still being very strong for you and still allowing the relationship to unfold at a pace that you want, because I do feel like this person is very masculine, and so they're going to want to go, 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 go. So just be mindful that like you still have a lot of power. Yes, this is an extremely powerful person, but you have a lot of power in your femininity. The Queen of Cups, extremely feminine queen. So whoo, very interesting, pile 3. You'll have to let me know how this freaking plays out for sure. But let's go ahead and move into your Lenormand. Yeah, you got an extra reading, but that's because these cards just didn't they didn't help me that well, because it's a lot happening, you know. But yeah, so a lot of forward movement, a lot of unexpected encounters this month for sure. Just be mindful, meeting people, shaking hands. Like, you're going to be starting something new with the right kind of people. You're going to be shaking the right hands. And I would not be surprised if you traveled at some point this month, my pile 3 people. Yeah. So let's go look into the Lenormand. And so we're starting with your heart. I know it's a mess, but your heart. So we have the bouquet, the tree, the woman. So I like this. Your heart is very strong, and I do feel like, you know, you're very grounded, especially with the 9 of Pentacles here, and I do think that you need to be grounded in order to deal with what you're dealing with, but I feel like this is what you've been working on for the longest time, my pile number 3 people. You know, you understand your divine femininity with this Venus here. I love this Venus represented. So you just are like on point with your divine femininity, regardless of your gender. You're ready to receive, and you know that you can receive, and your heart is ready to receive. And I do think that this is the Justice card. We're in Vedic Libra season right now. So you're going to be having somebody who can actually give to you. But in the meantime, there's people who have been wanting to take from you who are not trying to let you go. So you're having to turn away from those people. But as you're turning away from them, you're opening yourself up to, again, receive. So your heart feels really strong, really empowered. I feel like there's a lot of self-love happening for you this month, which is pretty spectacular, because you're just proud of yourself. You're like, I'm on the right track. I get it. I'm moving forward. I'm good. I don't have anything to worry about. Things are starting to move up, move on, and move forward. You know, once you make that plan, your plan literally might get destroyed because you're not accounting for this person who's going to really help you out. So make the plan, get the vision board, see it, commit to it, believe it, and then allow room for spirit to improve upon that plan, because there's certainly connections that are being made with people who are not chumps. So let's look at your mind. Anchor, garden, and a letter. All right, very interesting. I do want to look into my book 1 second. I just want to look to see what the anchor garden combination. So there's definitely a social invitation that's coming from all of this. But let me look into it a little bit deeper. So we got 35 and 20. Safe group, working with the public. Okay, yeah, that's what I was imagining. Like, you're going to get an invitation or something to work with the public. There's something changing with your 10th house. Your recognition is about to change, and I do feel like it comes through this masculine. Somebody sees your potential and they want to embellish it, or you're just going to get an opportunity to speak with somebody who really is going to like support what it is that you're doing. So I feel like once you commit to your plan, you commit to a schedule, somebody's going to come, and honestly, what I feel really like move your plan forward much quicker than you could have imagined. And they're going to want you to move. Like, they're going to want you, there does feel like there's going to be something that's going to move you. So your mind is going to be focused in on this invitation that you get to reach a broader audience of some sort, and really have, you know, a new beginning, a partnership, a working relationship. It could be romantic at some point, but it feels very worky right now. But that doesn't have to stay like that. Trust me. Because like I said, they got their eye on you for something. So, and so let's look at your action. Yeah. Tower, bear, and book. you're making power moves. This Tower Bear card, again, right with the Emperor right here, you're meeting some very powerful people that hold a lot of sway for whatever it is that they do. And I do think that this is inherently going to put you in a position where you receive a lot of power for what you do, just guilty by association with this person. I do feel like Spirit is saying to you, you know, this invitation that you're receiving or this connection that you're forging right now, it is going to be pretty private. I don't think that you're going to be able to speak on it too loud. Even the new social circle that you're kind of entering, which I think you're going to love. I do feel like with the garden here, this does feel very safe and it feels very social. So you are going to have invitations to go out. You are going to meet some really cool people. But I do feel like Spirit is saying that you're going to have to keep your moves silent. You're going to have to keep a lot to yourself with the Book card here. You're learning about business in a different way. You're learning about power dynamics, but it does feel like there's going to have to be some level of secrecy. You're not going to be able to be very vocal or expressive because I think you're going to be really focused on work. But there's beautiful invitations that are coming your way. It even could be like a secret society. You know what I'm saying? Like an underground society of some sort. Ooh. But I feel like there is a level of, responsibility that Spirit is telling you like, hey, your ancestors are sending you this blessing. We're working for you. You're going to have a lot of hard work ahead of you, but you are certainly building very much a Capricorn kind of status, like very much 10th house activated. So I'm not sure. You might have Libra in the 10th, so you might be a Capricorn rising or, you know, wherever Libra's in Mars right now when I'm posting this. So it could be aspecting your 10th house. So there just seems to be a lot of forward movement. And like I said, you're encountering power and a secret power. So this could even be somebody who you get introduced to like a secret circle, but even in the secret circle, this person has a lot of power and it's going to put you into a position in a place of power. That's the big word. So I'm trying to even think of what like emoji you should have. Honestly, you might just want to drop the fire emoji for me, Pal 3, in the comment section if this resonates, because I just feel like you're about to be on fire. Like you're about to set the world on fire. You're about to be moving on fire. And I think also with fire too, you're burning anybody who don't serve you. Like if you got caught up, you know, when the cards go and they leave little fire marks, if people were standing behind you, they're getting burnt up and moved out the way. I really feel that way. So very exciting, interesting month. There's a lot of people involved. That's all I can say, especially even with the garden in the heart of the Lenormand spread. There's a lot of people involved and they're all going to play some part as you're building up. So boom, we got serendipity. So things are going to like start, that's 4-leaf clover. Things are just going to happen. I feel like there's going to be people who are going to come in, who you're going to see and people that you're going to interact with. And it's just going to be like serendipitous how you guys meet, you know, you're like, I just happen to be here. This person invited me here. Then they whatever here. And then I happen to run into this person. And now I met this person. And now I'm like, moving to Florida or whatever. I don't know. But it just feels like it's just going to be one thing after the other this month, which is pretty exciting, my pile number 3 people. Then we got not for you, number 6. So like I said, Spirit is saying there is something that you're having to walk away from, the image of the 8 of Cups. Again, even another connection. There does feel like there's a sense of rejection here, but it's not you. Like you're rejecting somebody else. You're like, and I don't want to be like, you know, rejection, we're scared of that word, but there's just somebody or something that's better for what you're trying to accomplish. And so Spirit is saying, don't hold on to the person who doesn't fit, because you're not going to be able to make them fit. They're not going to fit. So there is going to be some level of like sacrifice. And I love this too, this chessboard. It's just like, this is chess, not checkers. So be strategic in how you're playing it. Cause I don't think that you want to burn a bridge. I don't think that at all. But if an opportunity arises and this is better for you and that person can't necessarily be a part of it, then you got to play your cards right. You got to play this board right. You know, be strategic about how you're moving forward. It's interesting that the fox didn't pop up, but I'm getting like the fox energy a little bit. But it's about you. It's about you. It really is. And then we got meditate and contemplate, Pisces energy, main appearance in every reading, Pisces energy. So I do think that Spirit is saying like, hey, listen, they're here for you. You know, your angels, the crusade, this blue again, like, trust your intuition, trust yourself, trust this journey. Don't rush. You know, I'm telling you now, hey, there's somebody who's has their eye on you. They have a lot of power and they want to help you out. They want you to kind of join them. You don't have to rush that decision. You don't have to make a decision this month. You know, some of you might, but you know, you don't have to make a decision this month. You can meditate on it. You don't have to rush it. You know, what's for you is not going to miss you, but don't not make a decision because you're fearful of the outcome. You know, just make sure that you're centered enough to take this risk, because it does feel like a risk, but I do think that it is going to be at your best opportunity. So, and I love the Pisces energy because we mentioned again that creativity, that spirit, and this is your universe helping you, you know. We got within the next few months. So I just imagine that there's a lot of movement that's going to be happening, and it kicks off now. This month is going to be active. I really feel that way. But within the next few months, look at this the golden gates. And it could just be like your game plan for the next few months. It's going to be pretty specific because, again, we're about to enter into holiday season. Even at the end of this month, we have a holiday. So it feels like there could be, you know, not necessarily stagnation, but you got to navigate around the holidays. And then by next year, 2022, you're really cooking with grease. So just be open is really what I'm getting within the next few months, pile 3, because you're right. You're on the right path. Seriously, that's really what I'm seeing from here. You're really on the right path. Your angels are on the side. They're guiding you. They're protecting you. You are about to reach that golden palace for real. This person that you meet might live in a golden palace. I have no idea. This person has a lot of power, especially the Tower, Bear, Emperor. Like, don't take this lightly. Oh my gosh, you got such an interesting card. So you got Goddess Zhao Wang Mu. I might be saying that wrong. I know I'm saying that wrong. And Stromalite, rare success. What? My pile number 3. How magnificent. Rare success. So this is about to be like, and then we got serendipity. Like, this is the universe at work, at play. This is just things aligning for you. The path is becoming clear for you. And this is rare how the stars and the moon are going to be opening up for you. Like, I do think that you have so much potential here to reach new levels. Like I said, when we saw the World card earlier, this is about status, recognition, being put in the spotlight. Things are going to be changed, notoriety, recognition. So all of that is coming in for you. Rare success. This is very rare. This is not, you know, I'm curious to see how many people are going about to drop them flames in the comment section, but you're on fire. You really are. I love it. And this is going to be successful. Spirit, your ancestors, God, the universe, however you want to identify, they're putting everything in place for you to be successful. And there's going to be a lot of people. You're getting the team, but you're also cutting people out. So just be mindful. And then finally, we have your animal card, Polar Bear Mystic. Know that challenges make you stronger. Have faith when you face adversity. Take time to rest, dream, and renew your strength. Embrace your psychic abilities. You carry the shaman within. So I really do feel like Spirit is saying, like, hey, you're about to get started. So take time to rest, dream, and renew your strength. Make sure that you're as strong as possible, because once this energy kicks in, we got Bear again. Once this energy kicks in, you're going to be on your way. And I think this Mystic, so this could deal with, like I said, your healing arts in some way, or this could just deal like with this feeling that you know that you have. Like, if you have the feeling, follow it, trust it. Your ancestor, the universe, they're all guiding you for this daggone miracle to happen, this miracle meeting to happen. But somebody's really going to see you, pile number 3, and they're going to understand what you bring to the table. You're not going to be able to tell everybody about it, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, this person seems to be very secret, or something's very secretive about this with the book. But I do imagine that you will have like reason to celebrate for sure. So just continue to embrace your psychic abilities, because they're whispering. Spirit is whispering at you. Okay, so whew. Wow, pile 3, what a reading. And pile 2 was what a reading too. All of them were what a reading. So really interesting November, guys. Please, again, don't forget to drop them flames in the comment section. Thank you so much for your continued support. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, guys. I hope that this resonated with you. This is very exciting stuff. And so, yeah, that's what I got for you. If you'd like to book a personal reading with me, you can find that information in the description box below. I'll be happy to reach out. And yeah, guys, peace. Until next time, much love. Thank you. Peace.